Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2006 Jeep Liberty. We're gonna be changing the rear brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing we wanna do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, we'll pull our tire off. We'll start by removing this metal piece here, just in the middle. We'll pull out on it. There we go, nice and easy. Next, what I'd like to do is take a flat screwdriver, put it in this window, grab a hold on it like that, we'll pull it towards us, and that'll do two things for us. One, it'll let us know that our slide pins are working. And then two, it'll give us a head start pushing in our caliper piston. So just pull it towards you. It's nice, even pressure. Grab it again, keep pushing. Just till it bottoms out. Then we can take our caliper, move it back and forth, and you can see this bottom one, it moves a little, but it's not as free as the top. So we'll see what that looks like when we pull it out. If you have a lot of dirt from taking it off-road, we'll just get as much of that off as we can, especially around our boots. Our caliper bolts are a 13 millimeter. Now we'll take our screwdriver, we'll pop out the bottom. There, just like that, and we'll slide it out. There we go. We have our hardware, we'll take a screwdriver again, we'll just pop that up. Now this one looks like it was already sliding out, so that wasn't working very good. Pull that out. If all you're doing is the pads, you can fast forward to where we put everything back together. Our next step is to take off our rotor. Let me move you around. A lot of times these rotors will just come off, but if you need, you can take a hammer and hit right in between your wheel studs. Just right there, and that vibration will break it loose. But this is already loose, so just pull it off. We can inspect our parking brake shoes. These look really good. If you want, you can take some brake clean and just spray them down, clean them up. That's up to you. What we are gonna do is take a drill with a cleaning wheel and clean off our hub surface the best we can. This will create a bit of dust, so I like having a fan next to me blowing all that dust away. And then for the parts I couldn't get, I just take a flat screwdriver and just go along, get any of the big crusties off. All right, that looks pretty good. If you live in an extra rusty place, you can apply a corrosion inhibitor like an anti-seize, or fluid film is a good product too. While we have our drill, we'll also clean off where our hardware goes. Well, same idea, if you want to apply a corrosion inhibitor before putting the hardware on, it's not a bad option. Now, we'll take our new hardware and we'll put it on. Get it kind of lined up where it needs to go. Take our hammer or something to tap on. We'll just tap it in until it bottoms out. Do that with the top one. Now let's prep our new rotor. Our new rotor has a protective coating on it for storage. What we want to do is take some brake clean and clean off that coating. I like to do this in a well-ventilated area. We'll just spray it down. Clean rag, wipe it off. Get inside too. All right, let's go install it. We'll just slide this on. Let's prep our caliper. To take off our inner pad, now this one just wants to fall out, but if yours is in there, just pull out. There's a little spring in the back that holds it in. To get our pad in the front, we'll take a flat screwdriver. We'll get on the side of this metal and just pop up. This one came out really easy too, just like that. Now we'll take a caliper piston tool of your choice. I really like this one. It works kind of like a caulk gun. But there's a lot of different options out there. We'll just push this in, get that piston in the rest of the way. Hopefully you can see it. We're just pushing that in. That's it. Now you can have the brake reservoir cap open or kept closed, really doesn't matter for that. Last thing on our caliper is our slide pins. So we'll just pop these out, push the boot back. Like that. We'll push this through. There's one. Now we'll wipe it off. The clean rag, get all that old grease off. We'll set this aside. If we put grease on our slide pins, the grease will just come off when we put it back in our boot. So what we want to do is apply the grease inside our hole. We want to try to get it back where this little metal piece is here. So we'll try to get our grease all the way back there. There's a few ways to do it. You can put grease on like a screwdriver and then put your screwdriver in there and kind of rub it around. Or you can use like a paintbrush. Get that in there, rub it around. However you do it, you just want to get it on the inside the best you can. Then we'll take our slide pin, push it back through. Just do that a few times. We'll do our other one. Now this one's really stuck. Flip it over. So let's see what we can do about this one. A lot of rust. Now if your slide pins are corroded and rusty, you can get new pins. I'm seeing if I can salvage this one. All right, got it. Wow, look how rusty that is. I think this side definitely needs new slide pins. All right, got a brand new slide pin. Now I already cleaned this out really well inside, got all the rust. So what we're gonna do is just apply that lubricant all around the rubber. Get it nice and good. So it's up to you if you wanna just go ahead and purchase these ahead of time and replace them. So then you go in with the mindset of not even reusing your old stuff, and then you won't be bummed if you have a seized one. So we just pop this in, just like the other side. There we go, get it in like that. Move it around, make sure it slides really well. That's it. Now it did come in a pack of 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop the other side back out and replace it with the new one. I'll do that off camera. We'll put our inner pad in first. Let's push it all the way in. Okay. Now our outer pad, we want this to be on the bottom. So we make sure we choose the right pad. We'll just push this down all the way. If you need a screwdriver for help, you can just go back on these. There's one. There's the other. We'll tap it down. That's it. Now we'll bring this over. Make sure our brake hose isn't twisted. We'll slide in the top first. Let me move you down. So if you look at the top, it has that notch. So we'll put that notch in first, like that. We'll move our slide pins back so it can clear our little bracket. Do the same for the bottom. Now once the top is in, we'll just swing the bottom down. I'm just gonna smack on it. That's it. Put our bolts in. That bottom one in. Snug it down. The new slide pins came with new bolts, and they are different sizes, so just keep that in mind. You might need a different size putting it back together. According to my manual, these are 18 foot-pounds. Click, click. All right, now we'll go inside the vehicle, push on the brake pedal about 3 or 4 times till it feels firm, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. Let me show you one spot the manual says to put grease, but I think it's optional. Has us put just a dab of grease underneath our spring, so in between the spring tip and our hardware. I'll leave that up to you. I tend to put it on dry. Any exposed grease just collects brake dust and dries out and becomes ineffective in a few months anyway. But the manual does have us put just a little there. The other thing we forgot is just this little piece here. Let me show you how to put that on. So we'll just take this, the bottom goes on the hardware, and then the top, it's like a spring, just push it down and slide it in. Just like that, and kind of line it up with your rotor, and it's just locked in. Now we're done. Good job. All right, that's how you can place your rear brakes on your Jeep. All in all, not too bad. Now that everything's back together, we want to take it on a good break-in test drive. How we do that is bring the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour, then come to a nice solid stop. Then again, pick it back up, 30, 35 miles an hour, do the same thing, come to a nice solid stop. And we don't want to lock the brakes, but we do want to feel that nice good grab, and we're not going to stay in that stopped position for very long, just enough to stop and then let off the brake, accelerate again. We'll do that about 4, maybe 5 times, and that's it. Your new brakes ready to go. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. Work safe. See you on the next one.